They all shut down, they locked up, they got sold, they left for abuse, they just plain deteriorated. The people around this area decided they want their lighthouse back. So for a number of years, they sent out little flyers, things like that, to donate such and such money to this lighthouse fund. After a number of years, they got together with the Department of the Interior, they pooled the money together, and restored this lighthouse to be the only one of all the lighthouses around here you can go inside of. So you should be honored to be able to go in there today. Now, as we get off the boat today, be very careful. Captain positioned the boat perfectly. The dock is a floating dock. We have a lot of boat traffic. It does rock and roll. So go up the middle of the dock. The first building on the left-hand side here is the restrooms. As you take a left, you'll go into the gift shop. In the gift shop, we got all kinds of good stuff in there. And right next to where the ice cream is, that's the ice cream. Right next to the ice cream cooler, there is a guest book. We'd love to have everybody sign it to find out where all you wonderful people come from. If you take a right, we're going to go toward the lighthouse. Now the lighthouse itself has 56 steps and a small ladder to the top. It's not uncomfortable. It's not bad at all. If you have any problems at all, you can climb. We don't make you climb. You don't have to go up. We've got a lot of placards. We've got a museum. You can walk anywhere you want around the island. So by all means, if you don't think you can make it, don't go into the lighthouse. It's pretty pleasant today. It's not too bad at all. And one thing we always try to say about this time of day is going up is optional. Coming down is mandatory. So what I'm going to do with all you wonderful people is I'm going to gather you. If you want to hear a tour of the lighthouse, the history of it, you're going to gather out in front by the porch, down by the lighthouse. I'm going to get you all guys together. I'll do a tour for all of you people at once. Then we'll take a group of 8 at a time. It does narrow and funnel up to the top. Limited spacing up there. So I'll give you the tour outside, then we'll take 8 people up, come down in 5 minutes, 8 more. We'll make sure we get everybody through this lighthouse.
So this is Kayla from Kayla's Corner. That was an intro to this lighthouse we've just arrived at. I'm going to try to record as much as I can. I am running out of battery. This is part of a boat tour, 5-hour boat tour today. So I'm going to try to catch the gentleman giving the tour of the lighthouse and hopefully be interesting. Follow along. So if you can read this, it says the Keeper's Cottage, built in 1847. The first keeper's dwelling on Rock Island, this is the island we're on. A white brick building with a light tower mounted on its roof. So this is where we are right now. And we're about to go, I forgot, he said 60 some steps, I believe, to the top. So let me find them and we shall go to the top.
Right around, there it lies in 110 feet of water. That was strike one. They then decided to raise the lighthouse up 5 feet. 2 more shipwrecks later, we still had some more issues. They then decided they're going to put a beacon right in that center part of the porch. Well, when you're looking for a lighthouse and you're seeing a beacon, what are you going to do? Figure out where the light's coming from. More shipwrecks. Well, that was the final straw. They then decided they're going to put the lighthouse out here. They built that walkway and they put that bottom part down. Now, thus leads to the mystery of this island. Every island has to have a mystery. Now, during this period of time, there's a lot of people on this island. You got to remember, they're building the bottom of the lighthouse. You had bricklayers here. Also, out back above the boathouse, you're going to see was a woodworking place where they made tables, chairs, furniture. There was also a farm on this island, a small little farm. Also, you had the people that worked here. So there's numerous people here. But the big mystery of this whole island is, how did that lighthouse get moved from out back to here? Not one person documented, put in the paper, took a picture, anything. You would have thought somebody would have slipped up and wrote it somewhere. But absolutely nothing. When you walk around this island, you're going to see these black rings in the rocks. I think they might have had something to do with it. Now, they could have brought it over the island. If they did, they would have had to raise it up 25 feet to get it to that first level. Because that was already in place, which I can't see that in the 1800s. They could have brought it around on the ice, because this whole thing freezes up. Still not a feasible answer. My personal idea is, this island during this period of time was completely surrounded by docks. Now, if you know your ships, back then we had three-masted schooners. You had different kinds of ships like that. Well, why couldn't one of them ships have docked behind here? You're going to see how close it is from the Hummingbird feeder to the water. Why couldn't one of them ships have docked there, thus the rings and the rocks, a conveyor pulley system, put it right on the ship, bring it right around and level it right there. Another thing we did find out this year, we always learn something. In the water, about 30 feet by 30 feet, is a big block of cement. That could have been a basework crane for all we know, but it was in the 1800s, I don't see it. The other option we don't like to talk about, aliens. Now, yes, that little white building held the whale oil for the lamps was upstairs. If you look on that board, that first board, you can see the top left shows you what the original lamps look like. You had 6 reservoirs on it. You had 6 different kinds of lamps on there. It was a larger space. You're going to see where it's condensed to a light up there now. But the caretaker had to go into that little room with a pail, a bucket, anything he had, climb 56 steps up the ladder, fill up all the reservoirs, pull up all the wicks, cut them, refresh them, put new ones in, put the covers on it, and light them. Every 4 hours. When you look up there, you see how it's black in color, which draws the heat. The windows are very thick, octagonal, which means the sun goes in every direction. Not to mention the door is on the back side intentionally, because it was on the front side, be blowing out your wicks all the time. Also, you had to have a kerosene lantern, and this whale oil burnt very hot. And if you know anything about history, these caretakers, when you see any pictures at all about lighthouse keepers, they're not wearing shorts and a t-shirt. They're wearing some sort of a wool uniform. It was a never-ending job. I'll give you one more quick story and we'll get your feet moving up here. This is a couple of lighthouse keepers right here. His name is Michael DePolar and his wife Emma. He was a lighthouse keeper here for over 7 years. Now on this island there's a lot of work to do. You got to take care of the lawns, you got to take care of the family, you got to take care of the food, you have the woodworking place, you have the farm. Also, this is the Rock Island Light and Buoy Station. They brought the buoys in off the river, painted them up, changed the lines on it, and sent them back out. This gentleman was getting up in age. The wife was pretty concerned about his health. So her and her child both said, we're going to take care of your chores, we're going to help you with it. He said, no. I got this job by being elected by the President of the United States. It's my personal job, my duty to do this, that's it. She let it go. About a month later, he went for a swim. Came out of the water, had a heart attack, and died. She then got called in by the President. The President said, I want to thank your husband for everything he has done. He was so unselfish, I appreciate what he did. But I got one minor problem. I got nobody to replace him. You know the grounds, you know the area, you know everything about this. Would you mind taking over as lighthouse keeper until I can find somebody else? So of all the 26 lighthouses through here, she was the only female lighthouse keeper of all. Well, 6 months went by, she got called back in by the President. The President said, look, I want to thank you for all you did. I've got a replacement. You're pretty well done, but I got one last favor to ask you. Would you mind staying on and training the new guy? So I don't know what period of time it was, she stayed on here unselfishly, gave up her more of her life to be the first lighthouse keeper of all these lighthouses. It just showed you how hardworking these people were back then and so considerate about everything around them.
So they're only taking 6 at a time up in the lighthouse. I haven't decided if I'm crawling up there or not. So far, since 2021, I have not climbed any of these lighthouses I've been to. So I'm still thinking about it. But anyway, in here is a museum, which is kind of interesting. And again, this is Kayla's Corner. And I am up here in the Alexandria Bay area in the Thousand Islands. So this was kind of a last minute thing. I've been waiting to come up here, but I'm in upstate New York for the summer, as those of you who follow me know, and it has been raining a lot. Plus I took a job for a short time, so I have not had the opportunity to travel and play tourist as much as I have in the past. But I do plan on coming back here. This is really pretty. And I tried to video on the boat, but it was, acoustics are not that great. Okay, however, I do plan on coming back, taking one of the double-decker boats. The one I'm on was one level. Was really hard to hear the tour guide. So I'll be back, and plus there's a couple of other stops I want to make. Wesley State Park, I think it's called Wesley. And there's another castle they said was interesting. So there's more to see up here, and hopefully we'll still have a couple of good weekends left before the end of summer. And so I will be back again. It's Kayla's Corner. If you haven't already, go ahead, like and subscribe, and you'll know when I hit another destination. And I'll head towards the lighthouse. I think I am going to try. We'll see what happens here. So I took some pictures before, but these are 5 of the best behaved kids I've ever seen. This couple has 5 boys. And they've just been so good, and you can tell they're academic. Mom and Dad have explained all these places to them, and they've been very intent and listening. I don't see that much when I travel, so they are a very refreshing family with 5 boys. I'm sure she's had her hands full, but the best kids I've ever seen on a trip, so very cool. Okay, so I'm going to try this. I forgot what you said again. How many steps there is. It's not quite 50, maybe it's 50 something. Alright, and here I go. Okay, platform 1. View out the window. Where we just came from. Okay. And up we go some more. Okay, and I have to come down these. That's probably the worst part. Oh my God. I haven't done stairs in a long time. Okay. Same view, just higher up. I gotta rest. Okay, so I did do another floor. And it's just the 3rd level. Same view, just higher up. Okay, and this is from another view from the White House, from the lighthouse. So the trick is now, this last little few steps is up a ladder. So I'm going to turn this off. And I love ladders. Not really. Okay, here we go. Okay, and I made it. So this is the top of the lighthouse.
Away from me.
Okay, so now I'm going to go back down. Yeah, the screaming there. It's way easier going up, oh geez, than going down, which I'm doing right now. And, oh my God. Yeah, so I'm turning this off for a moment. Okay, so in 2 years I've been to a lot of lighthouses, and this was the first one I actually went back up in. I wouldn't have wanted another floor, but I made it on the four floors of this one. Okay, so back to the boat. There were 56 steps, not including the ladder. So that wasn't too bad. So I'm heading back to the boat. I don't have enough battery to do the rest of the boat tour, but I do plan on coming back on a double-decker. I think it's easier to hear and see things on those. This tour boat, as you can see, was one level, Clayton Island. It's a good one. It's got tables. You know, they serve food and drink on it. It's fine. but I just also like the double deckers a lot better. So anyway, to see more of Thousand Island, Alexandria Bay, future excursions like this, do like and subscribe, and you will be notified of the next one's coming. Again, this is Kayla's Corner. Thanks for stopping by. See you soon.